Yeah, man, last night was weird for me, right? So the cat with the hologram tags. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about this angle. My camera broke, smashed, throwed it at the dog. One of them. Anyway, I had this weird dream last night. The whole situation was weird. And that prompted me to wake up thinking about cubes. I mean, that's just the last stop. And I guess my evolution on the word. You know what I mean? I always knew, well, through all this intensive research, and some of this seemed like it could be dangerous. It seemed like it got the capacity or potential to take you away. You know what I mean? To unground you, to all that, if it was possible. So now I understand that verse. You know what I mean? There's a deception going on. It really always have been, really. So people waiting for stuff to start that's already been started. You know what I mean? It's like say you got a gas leak in your house. Sooner or later to get you won't do nothing but all the levels that you experience with that uh, percentage of natural gas toxicity or poisoning are present in you. You know what I mean? So you're not all the way crazy, but you're a little crazier than you're supposed to be, for the simple fact that it's only leaking. Okay, nobody don't pay no attention until it get ready to blow or whatever, until it's a lot coming up. And I think the world been poisoning us all the time. You know what I mean? We ain't never not been poisoned. We just all got it, so it's normal. But when you step away, it's not. So anyway, with that said, I woke up, wrote something. It was really, I'm gonna say poignant, just because I never get to use that word and it got a G and an N in it. I think, I don't know. Anyway, I wrote it, and it was took away. It had Ice Cube in it. I mean, it's like, okay, well, Ice Cube never get associated with the Illuminati, but yeah, my research put him squarely in it. But it's for something way back, like a Sega Cube or something. But he made a commercial or ad or something. He got a halo and everything. He brought back the Saturn. You know what I mean? And man, when you really do your research, when you really test the spirits, you gotta. I mean, I prayed. Woke up praying, God, please, guard me through this and blah 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 blah, and thank you for all this and blah 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 blah. So I felt confident going into that, even though I knew it was dangerous territory I was going in. A lot of this territory is dangerous that I'm going in because, man, I feel like we've been bamboozled. I ain't talking about this regular crap that's going on. I ain't talking about Hillary. I ain't talking about none of that crap. That's just regular crap. I'm that dude that been saying this to let Obama was gonna be the last president. When if we do have another election, it wasn't gonna mean nothing. I'm still kind of expecting something to happen. It's set up to seem like it is. It ain't never been a time we've been this crazy. Never been a time we've been this crazy. So yeah, I got my Captain America shirt on. Hey, your boy. And it just blew my mind that I lost that. I lost that. Then I lost the page that I was reading. Because some of these pages be not for public consumption. You know what I mean? I ain't supposed to be able to get to these pages, but since I'm me and they on the web, I treat it all. If I can get to it, I'm supposed to. If I don't have to hack through no password, if you think you're so tight you just can hide it from me, oh no, I'm gonna walk through your garden for real. But if you got a fence around it, then I respect that fence. But if you don't, I'm gonna walk through it. If you thinking my ignorance is gonna be the fence, well, you got another thing coming because I'm questing knowledge, and if you got it, I want it. This is how it go. But anyway, it's just it's. I guess I want to tell my history because that's what I told in the thing. Okay, I was baptized Catholic. Okay, I was baptized Catholic. I went to Catholic church with mother, every, every Sunday or something. We lived next to St. Boniface. I went to St. Boniface school. That was my first school. And from there I went to Jehovah's Witnesses. And I go hard on just about everything I do. Matter of fact, everything I do. Stuff I ain't really doing, I don't go hard, of course. But if I'm doing it and I show interest, I go hyper hard. You know what I'm saying? I could die in hobbies type hard. You know, I'm talking about white people jump off mountains hard. I don't jump off mountains, you understand? This just my skin. But yeah. So I went from there. Then I went to Jehovah Witnesses. I used to go to the assemblies, all that. I didn't understand it. I lost my Jehovah Witness a little bit because I went to Lutheran school. So hearing that all day, I turned Lutheran because I figured you have to be these things to study these things. Because I'm always my whole life I've been searching for God. You know, that's how at 7 I could say, man, there's too many religions. You pick for me. A, a bump you basically. What's gonna happen? Wherever you send me, I ain't gonna be the only person there, and I ain't really got no fear like that. And I ain't actually ain't got no fear. That's why you had to be careful with me as a little kid. But anyway, from there, from Lutheran, I went to oh yeah, I did try Muslim for a minute. Read the Malcolm X book, blah blah blah. Understood that all the type of stuff. Not the ends don't match up. You know what I mean? Christianity is the only thing where the ends matched up for me. So I mean, by ends I mean like it'd be like 2 plus 2 is 4.034. What the f is 0.03? You know what I mean? The ends didn't match up. So yeah, from there I think Lutheran was the last one. Then I mean, they all been Christian, but I had a little curiosity for Martin Luther because he broke off. And I mean, usually when you get to a certain level, you can't break off. You got people you love telling you inviting you to the indoctrination, I guess. You can't study on your own. You need somebody to guide you. I'm pretty sure God guide me, and I'm gonna ride with God till He guide me to whatever you telling me I need to get. And if He don't guide me there, then I'm probably not gonna get it. You know what I mean? Because right now, even when I first died, oh wow, I guess this is a testimony. When I first, hey, wait, hold up, let me get some music for testimony. Yeah, testimony music. Anyway, so when you get to a certain level, like when I died, I was like, I'm done with my life, Lord. I fucked my life off. You know what I mean? This your life now. That was the first time I didn't do that. The second time was I'm like, Lord, I fucked mine off. I'm living for you now. It just happened to be 20 years, and it took a long time. So back then, when I came back, I started religion. REAL Legend. Bought the everything, the website, everything, but the web wasn't all that tight back then. And you know what I mean? I took these last couple of years off, not really going hard, but I still was catching residuals, I guess. And I don't know, changed my life. Then I went to this church that I went to, but I mean, the honest thing about the church is that it wasn't that I didn't feel comfortable. It was just we were supposed to be. It was a lot of impressive words and stuff. But I was going hard at home. I mean, my life was the word. You know what I mean? I felt bad a little bit. I felt a little off kilter because I'm used to not being alpha in a way, but I got no more of that in me. I mean, I behave as alpha because the truth is I am alpha, but God is my alpha, and what He tell me to do is love my neighbor, and I can't love my neighbor by traipsing over him. You know what I mean? So what I do is I went there and I sat and I understood, but I got mad. I got so mad in church, and I'm like, how can you get so mad in church? One, I got mad because my son-in-law was there and they had an argument. He had to back down type, and he backed down, but the the person in authority did not back down, and they made light of it, and they caught a joke on it, and I'm like, whoa, I felt bad for him because I want to step up, and oh yeah, this is a he. My son, man, he is good. But if he 97, I'm 104. Just not because I'm better than him, just because I got 30 years or 20 years or something more experience than him. And it's my experience, non-stop obsessive experience. So yeah, I'm looking at this and it kind of broke my heart a little bit. Kind of broke my heart a little bit. I was already feeling a certain way because it was people in there I loved. Because I get attached. I get attached. I don't let you in, but if you get in, you in. You know what I mean? And then people was in because God was telling me, let these people in. You know, like he was telling me, let my people go. He was telling me, let these people in. Because I don't trust pastors. I just don't. Ever since Prophet Williams, or whatever his name is, I don't trust them niggas no more. I don't trust them no more. Put them to sleep quicker than I'll put a bank robber to sleep. No joke, because bank robber ain't after my soul. He just want money. That makes sense to me. So anyway, that hurt me. And then the next Sunday I went back and it was something about the kingdom. And I didn't know what the kingdom was. Raised my hand, got looked over. You know how somebody see your hand and they be like, anybody but you got a question? Wasn't no other question. And I still didn't get caught. And I raised my hand up because I'm gump. I ain't really got no shame, no nothing. It's whatever. You know, God told me this, so this man could shame me however he wanted to. And nothing would happen because God told me don't let nothing happen. I got you, God. You know, but I'm sitting there mad because I don't know what the kingdom is. And that seemed like that's fundamental. It seemed like something I should know. And everybody else, I'm looking at everybody else and they understanding what he's saying. And it's like in the kingdom. And I'm like, what's the kingdom? And you know, who I asked didn't know. So I was mad that whole time. And so the next time I came back, I was mad some more. For a few more times, then I just didn't feel like going no more. God, it felt like God was telling me, don't go back. Not because it's a bad person or nothing, just like you beyond this already. You know what I mean? And yeah, anyway, so I didn't. But it wasn't my own choice because I had people I love telling me, well, you gotta go somewhere and you need to do it. But yeah, I came outside, I was on a flat, on my Benz. Never get no flat. I mean, it get a slow leak, but it take a week. And so it's Sunday morning. I go outside my suit on. I done just seen this car parked right there, and it wasn't on the flat. I come outside with my suit on, and it's a flat. What? Pump it up. Nah, I did it pump it up one time. And then the other two times, the next two Sundays, basically it was two Sundays in a row I was on the flat. But I wasn't Friday or Saturday and I wasn't Monday. I don't understand that. So yeah, it was enough to get me back confidence in this tire straight. Don't buy no another one. And yeah, so I was just done with it. I'm like, that's God telling me, don't go back to this church. Even though I love them people in that church and I actually love the church, but I'm like, what's the point if I can't learn nothing? I mean, and when I almost be on the cusp, and I don't get to use cusp neither. When I'm almost to the cusp, I'm right there on the precipice. I'll try to use another fancy one. It did work. But I'm right there on the edge of learning something, and I got one little simple question, like any simple question, and can't ask it because I asked too many questions at this church. And mind you, it's 18 people in this church at the time. It's really 26 or something, but some of them kids, and they upstairs in the daycare or whatever. And I still couldn't ask my question, but I wasn't comfortable. And I ain't never uncomfortable, but I wasn't comfortable. And I'm like, okay, so God's speaking to me. So yeah, I go to the Bible study on Tuesday, all that stuff. It started being a competition, and it was bringing out my competitive nature, and I was feeling bad that I didn't know so much about the Bible when I was supposed to be hearing that God lived inside me, that Jesus lived inside of me, that the Word is inside of me, and I wasn't hearing that. So I was pissed. I left that church pretty pissed. I was pissed because, oh my Lord, you got all these pieces here. Me, Jeremy, my daughters, my wife, all us. Do you understand what kind of team we are? We want to grow this church. We want this church to be the biggest church. Not in Milwaukee, you understand, but I want to be sitting down with big pastors, and they saying, "Man, thank you for this thing you gave me," because I had God's will is what will. I had all kind of taglines for this church. I had stuff that'll draw people to this church because that's what I do. And I couldn't let none of it get through. And it was hurting me. It was hurting me. It was hurting me so much. And then my wife, I ain't saying simple like that. I'm just saying she humble. She the best wife in the world. Yeah, and I knew this. I done been places and wasn't no place as good as her. And I ain't talking about that. I ain't gonna deny that. You understand? But I ain't talking about that. I'm just saying she one of the best people I ever met. Yeah. So she a Florida Evans type woman. She ain't Ruby, if y'all know who ain't Ruby is, type woman. She a woman. You know what I mean? She a man's woman and a woman's woman. She got it all covered. She gonna make me better. And she was right here listening. And I understand, but almost I'm like, this ain't how you reacting, this ain't that caliber. You know what I mean? But she with her man and she giving all herself to God. So God got her. God got me. But I cannot go back to this church. I mean, we going in different directions. You pre-tribulation. I don't know if I was pre-tribulation. I didn't know at that time. I mean, you Jesus is God. I didn't know if I was at that time. And I'm like, you pushing it so hard and I can't even question to get myself situated so I can sit in comfort and listen to what you're saying. It's always upheaval, and I couldn't do that there, so I had to go. I really wanted to build that church up. I really wanted to build that church up. I didn't want no glory or nothing. I just wanted. I like the message that we messengers and warriors for God. I like that because that's what I feel I am, a messenger and a warrior for my God. So anyway, I'm pretty sure this is getting long. I ain't got nothing to say how long I'm on here. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is thank y'all for my testimony. Hold on for my testimony. Man, I saw you. Give me about an hour and I had it clicking blind fly. I'm murder club, don't pedal right. You need testimony music. Anyway, so what I was at today was cubes, Saturn, stuff like that. When you go into history and you go into the history, a lot of stuff, it it tear at your religion. So it's a lot of people scared of that. I'm not scared of nothing. God used me, I think, because of my lack of fear of testing the spirits. You ain't gonna knock me. If you better, then I get knocked. If you crafty or tricky, that ain't gonna do it. Cause I'm gonna need math. Math don't got nothing to do with crafty or tricky or none of that stuff. Math, the bigger number win. Just like I declare war, nigga. If you ain't got no king, you ain't gonna beat my queen. You feel me? I don't care how pretty your sevens look. It don't even matter. You know what I mean? I deal with finites. I deal with finites. You know what I mean? I gave 100% to my girl when I was sure she loved me. So yeah, this what you get. I didn't need that actual feeling. I had it, I'm sure, but I ain't gonna notice. You know what I mean? This my girl now. I'm a contract person because that's how I work. You know what I mean? And then yeah, I guess I might have had some, I don't know, stuff I ain't understand, but yeah, it's whatever. And then we get to now, and I seen Ice Cube with that thing, and I'm like, he was like the only one, and I'm like, man. So I start studying, and it's a lot of that, man. Mostly everything is Luciferian. They just so slick at presenting it, and like they used to say about us as slaves, that they'd tell us anything and we'll fight for them. You know what I mean? So we really religious house niggas right now. No offense to no. Hey, if it's offensive, then you shouldn't be no religious house nigga. I'm not. I'm free. You know what I mean? And God is leading me. God is holding my hand. God is telling me what I need to know. And a lot of stuff he tell me. It's a lot of stuff he tell me to set me down for a couple of weeks. I'm like, what? Word? And yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that I don't know, but be careful out here, because right now is the time of delusion. I really am pretty sure it is, and the tribulation to it, just because it ain't ridiculously horrible. I don't think they could drop horrible without us screaming around. Wouldn't if you was if if you was the enemy, would you wait forever for some? Would you wait forever to get this glass of nectar and then just guggle it down? No, you're gonna sip it. You're gonna savor it. So you're gonna drive us crazy a little bit at a time. You gotta get in God or it ain't no escaping the despair. There ain't no escaping the despair. And you're gonna use more despair building tactics to hide from the despair, if that makes sense. You're gonna be having sex with people you know. Well, I mean, and all that stuff is, it ain't bad. It feel good. But what I'm saying is, at the end of it, leave you empty. God leave you full. God leave you feeling full. The world at us, y'all. I'm not even joking. So, I just want to say that. I didn't get all I want to say, but I had something very, very, very good for the 2 out of 1,000 people that read it. And I understand what y'all feeling about me and thinking about me. And you know what I'm saying? You might know my past, but what's surprising to me is I didn't have a bad past. I thought I did. I thought I did. How could all this stuff be in my past and none of it was bad? Because I always was a good person. I just was in bad situations. And I made the situations good, you know. I gave my last to a lot of people who needed it, and they all came back to love me, and that teared me up like a bitch. That's funny, and I don't know, I don't know. There's a lot of people I came out of love. You know, it's a lot of people I don't even talk to that much. Love them niggas. I'm talking about serious, and y'all know who y'all is watching this, and you know, there's a lot of people uncomfortable with this new shadow and this new gum. Them powerful entities. There is not so much hustler, not so much but online. But in real life, Gump and Shadow, I made friends, you know, so, you know, the ones that are friends, I love y'all, honestly. And I want y'all to get right with God. And I want y'all to, I mean, don't be, I mean, once you sure you got God, once you sure you got this faith that it can't be shaked or shaken, venture off, man. Go exploring. See what the enemy got. He can't cast it on you if God got you. If you don't believe that, then get to a point where you believe it. But once you get to, I don't know, I'm hyper. I'm hyper mentally. So a month for me is probably a year for somebody retarded, that advanced retarded, get it. But yeah, God will guide you, and we all advance in God once we get there. So I hear my woman back, so I'm gonna go up here and holla at her, I guess. Hey, it's your boy. And plus, I ain't did nothing I was supposed to feed the dog. I was supposed to all kind of crap. I ain't did a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm praying on that too. You know, I ain't did a thing. It's hard when you used to whatever you wanting to mentally, physically, and my little 12% off I am, that's a lot for me. You know what I mean? 88% of me would be cool with anybody if I started there. But I started at 100 and I went down to 88. And I'm missing that 12 every day, every minute of every day. I wake up a whole new person a lot of times. My wife get me through it. And I love her for that. I love her for that to the point of uncomfort. I was uncomfortable with it, but then she had to tell me, she like, man, dude, you don't understand. You can't see you. That's why I always loved you. You cannot see you. You thought you was ugly till it's 40 something, and I might have helped that because I wasn't gonna tell you you cute. You know, and I wasn't gonna believe no other woman because that's what women do. They lie to you. That's what I thought at that time because that's what I do to them. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's your boy. Let me hit y'all with my theme music on the way. This is different theme music.
Pedal down the foot heels, wheelies on the front. Pedal down the foot heels, wheelies on the front.
I got this 8990.
Kiss this chin, flat bill, black store cap with the hologram tag. White mag rims, red rubber tires. Chain frame pigs, drift shit with my supplier. Dope man attire, give me about an hour. And I had a victim taking blindfold like MacGyver. I'm a murder club,
That
no
shit hot.
pedal
This your
rider.
boy. Love God, love your neighbor. All the rest will fall into place. Your boy.